task ahead. That's a look at our setting tonight. The picturesque city of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Good afternoon, everyone. We're about to get started with some Saturday NBA action brought to you by 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony. Chris Webber is here, our sideline reporter, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And with us tonight, basketball expert Bill Sims. Bill, you look great. Thank you for being here.
I'd like to say hi to all the people who traded for Anthony Davis in the GM mode of this game to get him on their team when their real team couldn't pull it off. Congratulations. I can't believe you pulled the trade off.
Hey, Dave.
Well, Ben Simmons was the top-rated player in high school and in college, but a fractured bone in his foot cost him his first NBA season. He said, "A lot of people forgot about me. You have to build yourself up again. And for me, I wanted to prove myself again." Kevin, we all agree he's done just that.
He sure has. First NBA All-Star ever out of Australia. Thanks, David. When you look at Joel Embiid, enormous talent, you've talked about him a lot. How does, Bill, he compare to some of the great centers? This is a very short sample with him, certainly, but how does he compare, you think, to some of the great centers you've seen, read about?
Talent-wise, he's up there. Durability-wise, he's also up there in the Yao Ming, Bill Walton kind of category of guys that I'm just not sure they're going to be able to stand.
You kind of hold your breath. Is he too good?
I don't like some of the decisions he makes. I think he shoots too many threes. The big thing for him is conditioning. And until he takes that seriously, he's just going to have a ceiling on his career. I think if you go back and you look at the tapes of him in Kansas, and he looks like a young Kevin Garnett. I mean, he's 50 pounds lighter.
His body's completely different.
Oh my gosh. And he's just carrying a lot of weight. And I felt like during the Celtics series 2 years ago, I thought he wore down at the end of those games. So he's got to figure that out because that's the thing that's holding him back.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Harris at small forward with Horford at the 4. And there's Embiid. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Milton in at the 2 guard. And for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. And it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. Philadelphia's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Giannis earning another All-NBA nod, Bill. He'll be eligible to sign the biggest contract in NBA history this coming summer.
I thought you had the
After you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
After
I'm
you.
confused. Well, what's funny about this is they could have signed him to the max a few years ago. And there was this rule that you could only have one guy on your team could have a 5-year max. And they were saving it for Jabari Parker. So they signed him for 4 years, $100 million. A little bit of a discount. Now he's going to make them pay. And if I was Giannis, I would be very spiteful about the fact that they cared about Jabari more than me, and I would want to sign with the Celtics. But that's just me.
That was a different GM, though, at the time.
Listen, it doesn't matter who it was.
Right.
They didn't treat you right, Giannis. You should leave.
Now here's Simmons. Bruce Middleton unable to get his last shot to go. And there's the defensive 3-second call. Philadelphia shooting their first free throw of the contest.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. You've been producing documentaries, going deeper into athlete stories, which I know you love, because I think you're curious more than anything else.
Yeah.
So what drew you to that process?
Initially, it was we dove into these stories. We thought that was the inefficiency of, instead of these big, broad documentaries, concentrate on events and players and moments and things like that. And I think as you get into that and you start doing it, it just becomes intoxicating. And the cool thing about it is no story should be told the same way you would tell somebody else's story. You just don't know. You got to figure it out. Like we had Steve Nash's last documentary about it, and then we spitballed it, and we decided it was actually a better idea to do an in-the-moment digital series about it that you could experience in real time with the thing. And it was the right idea, and that was really good. I think trying to figure out what story fits the best with an athlete, how to tell whatever story they have correctly is the clearest part of it.
Here's Simmons, following the basket by Giannis. Harris against Middleton. Harris passes to Horford. That shot misses. Good D by Lopez. For Milwaukee, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. on his left side. And it's Lopez at the elbow. 6 on the shot clock. And it's good for 2. Bill, it's no secret that your heart lies in Boston. Just what was it like growing up in and around that area?
Well, it's definitely the reason I like sports as much as I do, because it's so sports obsessed. A lot of it is cold weather stuff, I feel like, where there's 5 months a year that just stink, and then there's 3 other months that, it's just smoking hot and humid. And so the sports makes everybody kind of crazy because you're crazy anyway, but there's nothing like being in Boston when something good's happening. Like the Celtics making an NBA playoff run, or the Bruins making a cup run, or the Red Sox in September when the Yankees are coming to town, or the Saturday before a Patriots game. You can kind of feel it as the community of it. That's the difference between here and a place like LA.
It formed you as a professional. Right?
Absolutely.
Milton knocks down the 3 balls.
Look at the unselfishness of Embiid, Kevin. I mean, he's solid at realizing when one of his guys is let's go.
Middleton dishes to Bledsoe. Matthews scanning the floor. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
1:07 left to play in the first. Milton the pass to Embiid. Here's Milton. Ball's knocked loose. Giannis with it. Coming off a solid outing against Philadelphia. Here's Bledsoe. Rebound by the 76ers.
I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers. Oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the deep playing soft like that.
Here's Milton. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Harris, good.
Not just a jump shooter. Harris is also comfortable looking to score from these spots, too.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Lopez outside. He kicks to Bledsoe. For 3. And there's Lopez. That's good on the assist from Eric Bledsoe. Lopez has got 5 now. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now Matthews. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Bucks lead by 2. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. A native of Cameroon, Joel Embiid talks about making a quick transition to the United States.
Not knowing English, obviously at the beginning it was a little bit hard to express myself. Obviously I can speak English perfectly now, so that's a plus, and I'm just being myself.
And that unique sense of humor, Greg, is a specialty of Embiid's.
He's a fun-loving guy who's become a must-follow on social media. And the transition he's made has been remarkable.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, Harris is out there with Mike Scott. Then there's Ben Simmons. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Thibault in at the 2. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the play.
He goes up again, and that one's good. Thibault.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, Greg, it's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
Now here's Middleton. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Lopez.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And, Bill, when you yourself get out on the court, is there a play you try to channel or emulate, you try to visualize in your mind?
You mean when I'm playing pickup?
Yes, yes.
Oh, now, at this point in my life, Davis Bertans. Is that how you say his name?
Davis Bertans.
Davis Bertans?
Yeah, yes. What a great stroke.
I emulate all stretch fours if
Yes.
I guard anybody.
Yeah.
That's who I am at this point in my life. I run from three-point line to three-point line.
You stay in the perimeter.
Yeah.
Don't tangle up inside.
My free throw attempts are 0 because I don't go to the line.
Just fire away.
And I want you to know I'm there to make an open jump shot. And don't ask me to do anything else, please. I'll set some picks.
You're a great screen
Set some picks.
You're a great pick and roll. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Chris Middleton was a first-time All-Star in 2019. We all know that Middleton is one of the league's best shooters, but he had to adjust his game to a new system under coach Mike Budenholzer. Middleton said, "I guess that's what being an All-Star is, a team player and a complete player. Not playing for stats, playing for nothing else but to win." Kevin?
First-time All-Star and well-deserved. David, thank you. And the first one at the line is good. Bill, if you were just hired as a GM, which franchise would you model your approach after?
I really like what the Clippers did the last couple years when they realized they didn't have quite enough to win the title. And instead of just being beholden to being darn close but not quite, they actually blew it up and tried to figure out how to create cap space, find some young players.
It's just a competitive, so they kept the momentum of their franchise.
Yeah, they stumbled into a situation where they had a lot of flexibility no matter what. I think the Celtics before them did the same thing in the mid-2000s. They're just trying to find assets and figure it out on the fly. That's the approach I would use. I would never fully commit one way or the other to anything. The goal is to try to accumulate assets and figure out what you have. And I think the smartest teams do that.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Outside, Simmons. There's the pass to Scott. And it's sent back by Bledsoe.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And Giannis with the basket on the assist by Middleton. Now it's a 5-point Bucks lead.
His individual effort has been outstanding tonight, and it's helped him grab the lead.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, they have to regroup and revisit their strategy at the defensive end.
Stats for Al Horford. This past month, he's really set himself apart. Getting around 12 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
I think if you talk to anyone on this team, they believe in his abilities 100%.
Burks against Matthews. Over Burks. A putback. Giannis on the phone. Antetokounmpo's got the lead up to 7 now for Milwaukee.
But not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Well, Bill, I know you've got to run. Marvelous to have you on the program. Wish we could do it more often.
Let's do it right now. I don't have to run. Can I stay?
Yes, you can always stay.
I don't want to leave.
You have a free ticket here anytime you want.
I want to stay, please.
The microphone's always open.
Thank you.
You know, Greg, Bill Simmons has worn so many hats as a writer, a podcaster, a broadcaster. Now, it's nice to let him wear one more on our broadcast.
He's been successful for a reason, Kevin. There's a fearlessness, but also great humor in his perspective.
Here's Lopez. Hits the difficult fadeaway jumper. And now a 9-point Bucks lead.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
59 seconds left now here in the second. Astro Quinn, will it go? Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
No hesitation to get to the rim. He uses his height advantage to convert easily.
Matthews against Burks. Matthews into the lane. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
There's 39 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Simmons. Got 22 points in the win against Memphis.
Not to mention his defense. He was terrible. He came away with 3 steals and caused a whole lot of headaches.
Makes it off the glass. Simmons got his first bucket in this one.
And you see how comfortable Simmons is. I mean, he has the size and touch to be effective down there.
Outside, out of the Kumbo. Passes it to Middleton. Lopez dishes to Bledsoe. And it's blocked by Simmons.
Oh, such a smart defensive player. He knows how to use his reach to alter shots.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's feeling it tonight and has been underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Bernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 14 points and 7 rebounds. Multiple times we saw the bench cheering him on in the first 2 quarters of this one. Shaq, let's get your take on Milwaukee.
Well, the Greek Freak, he said in his interview that he's low-key. But you saw in the first half, he got that rare inner passion for the game. Kind of like Kawhi Leonard, Tim Duncan. He just destroyed the quiet.
And Kenny, your take on Philadelphia.
Well, one problem I see is that they're too timid on the board. When you start to fall behind in the game, you need to become more aggressive on the offensive glass and the defensive glass.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
Join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
There are a lot of people that say, Chris, the European players are more fundamentally sound overall. Are they right?
Well, I think when you look at a guy like Doncic or Dirk or Porzingis,
yes.
You're taking the best of the best and you're creating a whole field. So I can't say overall. I would say they've had some players that have come in and wowed us, and that's awesome. But also you have those guys going pro at the age of 13, 14, 15 years old, and so I think they may miss out on some of the other things that life has to offer, like a normal high school experience, those types of things. But I tell you what, it's a copycat league, and it's a copycat game, and so once you see players that are 7 foot coming over, shooting, passing, dribbling, I think you could say guys like Kevin Durant, others, I think you could say they're pretty sound overall. So I don't buy into that theory, but I do think for a lot of Europeans, being a professional early helps you transition into the NBA a little bit better maybe than guys coming out of college off of the NBA.
I would agree. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Bucks, Matthews and Middleton, the 2 wings. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. As Bledsoe in at the point guard. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Wesley Matthews on the wing. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one on Embiid. And the shooting guard, Wesley Matthews, a terrific defender, who has no hesitation, Greg, in taking that long three.
A pretty good combination. Weathered an Achilles tear back in 2015, but has remained a steady rotation player.
Free throw, good. Matthews. Both free throws good for Matthews.
Yeah, and I love the fans in Philly. They're notoriously prickly, though. They expect hard-nosed effort. If not, they'll let you hear about it.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. He's got 5 points in the quarter.
Rock solid start for him. I mean, they're 3 for 3 since coming out of the locker room.
Shoots from the baseline. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots. Yes, you're talking about the Philly fans. They were even booing their team in that conference semifinal round against Toronto.
Yeah.
Wow, hammering it in.
Unreal athleticism. I mean, for a bigger guy, he really knows how to drop the hammer.
Over in the corner, Matthews. Baseline jumper. And again, it's Milwaukee converted.
Hasn't taken them any time to find their rhythm in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field already.
The 76ers trail by 8. Here's Simmons. Horford trying to free himself up. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Brook Lopez.
What about the speed and the muscle Simmons has? I mean, it makes defenders nervous, if you ask me. Such a difficult matchup.
And this summer, a 5-year, $170 million max contract extension for Ben Simmons. The Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop that jump shot.
Jumps up, and then Simmons slams it in.
The versatility of Simmons is astounding, amazing, impressive. Are just insane.
No good from Bledsoe.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Simmons passes to Thibault. Back to Simmons. Over Bledsoe. Here's Embiid. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
And Giannis throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, the ball handling and body control for a guy that's Giannis's height, it's really impressive.
And Philadelphia calls time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Pass to Horford. Bledsoe against Simmons. Pocket 6. The 76ers need to get off a shot. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's foul number 2 for him. Bucks leading by 8. 1:30 left in the third quarter. The pass to Matthews. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Simmons, one of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. Right wing. Horford the pass to Thibault. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Oh, man, the awareness and the IQ of Horford. So adept at getting the ball to his open teammates.
And they double up on Antetokounmpo. Pass to Matthews. Puts it up from 15. Will not go. This is off the front eye. The 76ers trail by 8. To the inside, Horford takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Bledsoe. Gets to the rim for two with the D all over him. Bledsoe's got 4 points in the quarter.
You can see the evolution of Giannis as a passer. He's gotten good at thinking for himself and his teammates.
Here's Thibault, and the shot goes down.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results. Pick up the pace, get the 2-for-1 here.
If that's how they want to end this quarter, they're going to have to score quickly.
27 seconds left to play in the third. Kicks to Embiid. Passes it to Thibault. There's 14 seconds left in the third. Shot clock at 6. Horford's shot is good.
Even though he's been stretched out this game, Horford, he still remains a solid mid-range jump shooter.
Shot's good by Bledsoe. Bledsoe's got 8 points.
Nice rim protection, and it's still not enough to keep him from getting the layup.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Character, it's just nothing but glitch. Okay, we're down to the fourth quarter.
We got a good lead. Let's just keep
Since I said 12 minutes and more.
No, I said just 5.
Oh, wait. Is that what I said?
Yeah. That's what
And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
Oh, beautiful feed. Always a luxury to have a big man who can see the whole floor.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. They'll start a 3-game homestand with that game. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. Down low, it's Harris and Horford. Alec Burks is out there with Simmons. And it's Robinson in at the 3 spot. Matthews dishes to Bledsoe. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And since coming to the Bucks, Eric Bledsoe hasn't been asked to do nearly as much as he has in the past.
And for Bledsoe, that is a good thing, as he is best as a complimentary player. Not scoring as much, but his decision-making and shot selection have vastly improved.
The first free throw is good. Bledsoe hits them both. And here is Simmons. Pass to Harris. Over Lopez. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Harris.
And when you're Harris's size, you have to really use your length to beat defenders, and he is just so good at doing that.
On the wing, Young. Guarded by Harris. Antetokounmpo, no good. The 76ers trail by 6. Harris outside. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Having to be careful around Lopez. He's solid in time when he leap up to block shots.
Scotty's checked in for Robinson. The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Simmons, and he makes that one. Simmons got 4 points in the quarter.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Middleton looking it over. Here's Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Simmons, the bounce pass. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Harris.
This is what a point guard should do. Simmons is so adept at noticing when the defense is overcommitted.
Down low. Here's Antetokounmpo. Horford with the rebound.
He doesn't miss many of those on the steal. That's exactly the shot they were looking for.
Harris against Middleton. Harris outside. 6 to shoot. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And the technical free throw is good. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Philadelphia. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. From 18 feet away, Horford no up. Bucks leading by 3. Matthews with it, picked up by Harris. Here's Simmons, finished off the break. Simmons got 6 in the quarter.
Easy to see why Simmons is on the floor. He's terrific at capitalizing during important parts of the game.
Inside, and the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Horford. And Philadelphia making a change here. Milton's checked in. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Shot's good by Bledsoe.
What a shot over the bigger defender. That could prove to be a massive bucket.
And he goes to the hoop, and that shot probably gets blocked.
And it's Simmons. Oh, he delivers that force.
I cannot believe that.
Look at that burst of speed. Look how well Simmons used that to get to the lane he wanted to get to the rim.
And there's Bledsoe. And the assist from Antetokounmpo. And the Bucks lead by 3.
Clutch basket, even with him being on the short end of the stick. Besides what?
He's going to take that shot no matter who's on him. He wants the ball in those situations.
And it's sent back by Lopez. A nice shot by Embiid. Now here's Matthews. There's 1:26 left in the fourth quarter. Baseline J. And Giannis throws it down.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like when one team scores, the other comes right back to the bucket of the zone.
Here's Embiid. The jumper from the free throw line is good.
What I love about the big man is his seriousness. I mean, Embiid, he's a leader who feels comfortable taking big shots.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They lead by 1. 1:10 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hand.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to listen to what Mike Budenholzer told his team during that timeout. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, get into the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
At the top of the key, Lopez to the paint. Here's Giannis. It's in!
You just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Timeout called the 76ers. They're trailing by 3. There's 57 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Bledsoe against Simmons. Over Bledsoe. No good from Simmons. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. They've led by as much as 10.
The D hanging tough and stopping what would normally have been easy.
jump shot. Bledsoe looking it over. Lopez right side. Back to Bledsoe. Pocket 6. Here's Antetokounmpo. Good.
Late in the game, up there, they continue.
And it's not about running up to score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
And Philadelphia calls time here. They trail by 5. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Thibault. No good on the quick three, and that's an intentional foul. Seconds left in the fourth, and so they foul intentionally. He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game. Harris outside. So it's Milwaukee picking up the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone satisfied.
Yeah, I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And the Jets now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Brooke. Congrats on the win. How important was this game for you?
You know, it's very big for us. It's a good benchmark. We've been trying to improve every game. You know, we've been getting better these past few games. And, you know, we know these guys are a very good team, so we wanted to come out and make a statement.
You sure did make a big statement tonight, Brooke. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan, thanking you for watching the